Check. Hey, what's up, Trina? Check, check, check. Cool. Anything you want to do today? Postures, body parts, anything you want to mess with? Where?
On the outside.
Outside? Abductors? You want to do like pigeon stuff or like cow facing? Cow facing? Anyone else?
Hamstrings.
Okay. Anyone else?
Shoulder.
Okay. So anytime we do hamstrings, I gotta give my hamstring speech. So there's a reason I don't do a lot of hamstrings with y'all. Because therapeutically, your hamstrings are what's going to create downward tension for your pelvis. Right? So your sit bones, your ischial tuberosities, right? Your hamstrings come up, that's where they attach. Your hamstrings outside one lateral is going to do this, is going to help with the extension part, right? The rest of them are going to do this, right? Working at the knee. So what you want to think is, if my hamstrings are loose, and when I watch y'all do a forward fold, if this is what your forward fold is like, your hamstrings are not tight. If this is what your forward fold is like, then your hamstrings are tight, right? So we got to try to stretch these open. But what happens is, if these are loose, this happens. Anterior pelvic tilt, right? Because the hamstrings aren't pulling the sit bones down. You can draw your belly button in all day long. They're not going to beat your quads and your hip flexors, right? So this is going to get pulled this way. So when you tension your hamstrings, I pull this way, I tension them. See how I could pull down my sit bones. Now when my belly button draws in, I'm in like a really good place, right? Then when I fold, I can't let these go because you have to keep muscles tension when you stretch them. So it's belly in, sit bones down, right? Then as I'm folding into my forward fold, I'm never letting my butt go up this way. I'm keeping down this way. Now, like, is this the pose? No. But because I have to hinge at my hip, not at my belly, right? So we'll work that. Hip hinge is human movement. This is one of your human movements. Squat is after that. This isn't a human movement. This is, right? So we want to like, is a human do the movement? Yes, but is this one of our basic, it's hip hinge. So we'll work that a little bit too. So we start like programming the body. The other thing you're just going to want to make sure of is every time you stretch your hamstrings, you keep them engaged. So if the leg is on the floor, you're going to push it down and rip it back to you. You hear my cue when it comes to the legs. I don't give soft cues. It's not like draw it. It's like rip it. Rip your front heel back and rip your back toes forward, right? Like really start to engage. Come on, let's give it a try. Take a nice seat. Close the eyes. And I honor it every time we practice. I always talk about like the challenge, right? That's the challenge of our practice. You don't just not stretch your hamstrings, right? We have to learn how to do them properly. We need all of our muscles to be able to engage in stability and strength and in power. We need our body to be mobile. We want our muscles to be pliable. And that's part of the practice. How do you bring out your best self? How do you leave feeling better than when you came? Well, we start here with the breath. So from listening to yourself breathe, and we don't have to concentrate on our breath at all. So as we concentrate a little bit, we're going to be able to refine. We're going to use it in different ways. From listening to yourself breathe, slow down the beginning of the inhale, because we tend to gasp that breath. So slow it down. Just like the exhale, we tend to taper off, so we want to push all the way to the end. It tends to go, and we want it to be powerful from the beginning to the end. Then maybe we count out the breath. It'll take 2 or 3 seconds to inhale. We make the exhale the same 2 or 3 seconds. So we create a balanced action. We find Ujjayi breath, where the air begins to rebound off the back of the throat. Where is it that feels good to you? Listening to yourself breathe, right? No better or no worse than Ujjayi breath. It's where you need to settle into. Feel the breath turn to movement. The next inhale, let the arms lift. Let the exhale bring the thumbs to touch, then the pinkies, and the pointer fingers, and the ring fingers, and the middle fingers. It's like the petals of the lotus closing. Now the breath goes to that space between our palms. And we say it travels down our arms to the back of our heart. From the back of our heart, out in front of us. And one time together to initiate our practice. Together, the sound of Om. All together. Deep breath in. We softly bow our head to our hearts, our heads to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. All right, let's start out in all fours, hands and knees. So hands an inch or two in front of your shoulders, knees an inch or two behind your hips. I'll put on some music for y'all. Pointer fingers are straight forward or turned out. We just don't want, we worked on this last week and earlier this week. We don't want our hands this way, turned in. We want the pointer finger straight forward or turned out a little bit. That will root the shoulder back. We want that. Curl your toes so your heels are pointing straight up to the sky. This is the misalignment. They're going to fall in. So you're going to sweep the inner heels out. Now hug the shins in. Pull your heels to your butt. So see, I'm doing this isometrically. I'm doing this action, but I'm not moving my feet off the floor, right? But I'm pulling my heels to my butt to my heels. And that's how I get those hammies to engage. Hug the forearms in. Squeeze your biceps. Start to feel that energy come up the arms, into the shoulders, into the chest, into the upper back. Slide the back of the neck to the ceiling. Bring the chin to the chest just a little bit. We're not trying to touch our chin to our chest. We want to bring our gaze right across our fingertips. Pull the pelvic floor up. Pull your belly button in. Pull your shutters closed. Low mountain. Right now, we're in a super powerful pose. You're hugging every muscle into a bone. We're stabilizing ourselves. One more breath. And then from here, cat-cow. Inhale, arch the back, lift the sit bones, reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, round the back. Look to your belly, lengthen your sit bones towards your heels. Your inhale, arch. Your exhale, round. Now remember when we counted the breath out, if it was 2 or 3 seconds to inhale, it's going to take us 2 or 3 seconds to arch through our back. 2 or 3 seconds to exhale, 2 or 3 seconds to round into our back. So we let the breath start creating that tempo of the practice. Undulating through the spine on the inhale, You feel the heads of the arm bones root nice and deep into the shoulder sockets. And you feel the sit bones blossom or widen. And then on the exhale, to get into your neck, to get into your upper back, you're going to look to your belly real deep. To get into your lumbar spine, you're going to lengthen your sit bones towards the backs of your knees. One more. Come to a neutral position. So low mountain. Then take the knees back a couple inches. Reach the right leg straight back. Ball of the foot on the floor. Now we have to make sure that we're keeping this leg straight without hyperextending the knee. So hyperextension of your knee means it's going beyond the optimal range of the joint. So rather than pushing your kneecap to the ceiling, which will make your knee hyperextend, pull your kneecap to your waist. Feel your quads engage. Now as you reach back out of the bottom of your heel, closer to the midfoot rather than the top, and that'll help with the hyperextension as well. Exhale, lower. Take the left leg back. Ball of the foot on the floor. And then as you reach back out of the heel, you reach forward out of the crown of the head. Even breathe side to side. But pelvic floor drawn up, belly button to spine, shutters closed. Exhale, lower. If you're not sure what your shutters are, right here. Bottom of the ribs, shutters are trying to blow open. Close them. Walk the knees back in, all fours. Right arm up, left leg back, spinal balance. So see, this is the action. Kick that leg back, right? We talked about that to get good extension out of the hip. Exhale, lower. Left arm up, right leg back. The thumb points up, the toes point down, belly button to spine. Exhale, lower. Right arm up, left leg back. As we reach back out of the heel, we reach forward out of the fingertips and the crown of the head. Exhale, lower. Left arm up, right leg back. We even expand side to side, so think all directions. Exhale, lower. Now put it with your breath. Inhale, right arm up, left leg back. Your exhale, lower. Next inhale, left arm up, right leg back. Exhale, lower. Stay with your breath. Excuse me. Kick that leg back like you're kicking through a leg press, or you're trying to push the wall behind you down. One more. So if you started with your right arm, finish with your left, and then we'll meet back in low mountain. See, in low mountain, this wants to happen. I got to be this way. Belly in. Take a breath. Step back to plank. Now in plank, my shoulders are going to stack up on top of my wrist crease, and I'm going to reach out of my heels. I'm going to be in dorsiflexion like this. So if your feet are straight up and down like this, you're a little bit too long. Just tiptoe forward. Now keep that. Lift the hips, push back, downward dog. And you could bend the knees here on this first. You could bend your knees on every downward dog, but on the first one we bend them, we soften it up a little bit so we can work the upper body. Now hug the hands in like you're trying to pull your mat to the center. Keep your forearms lifting up away from the mat. Keep your inner biceps lifting up. So there's a difference between inner and outer, right? Keep the inner biceps lifting up. You'll feel that your shoulders move out away from your neck. Slide the back of your neck forward like you're looking at the heels of your hands. Pelvic floor, belly, and shutters. Now push your hands down and forward. Take your chest back towards your toenails. Then if you want to straighten the legs, engage the hammies. So pull your heels to your butt, and as you reach from the hip down the back of the legs, reach out of the bottom of the heels. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Stay with your breath. See, as I drive into plank, I'm still reaching back out of my heels. One more. This time as you come forward to plank, let the exhale lower, chaturanga. That's when the feet go straight up and down. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. So I could stay low here, right? I could come up a little bit higher, whatever feels good. Shoulders go back and down away from your ears. After your 3 breaths, lower the chest, push up through plank, and back to downward dog. Keep your hands down, swivel to the outside of the right foot and the inside of the left.
Feel that peel come off that left hip up the side body. Feel the peel come through the outside of the leg. Inhale, come back to center. Pause. Swivel to the outside of the left, the inside of the right. Feel that right side start to peel. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Stay with your breath. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take 3 nice breaths. See, this isn't the pose. It's this way. Yeah. After the 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Nice pace, y'all. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. High on your fingertips are your blocks. Front knee stacks up on top of the ankle. And I want my knee to track the second toe, the one next to my big toe. Now here's that cue. Push your feet down and rip your front heel back and your back toes forward. So powerful as you're hugging in. Shins hug in. The top to bottom is pushed down, right? So keep pushing down. Keep sweeping the back heel out. It's going to draw that left hip forward like you're hugging to the inside of your right thigh. Now pull the pelvic floor up. Pull that belly button in. Pull those shutters closed. And when you're ready, inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana 1 crescent. So this knee stays right on top of the ankle. I lift up like I reach up. I got to pull my shutters closed and I reach up through my thumbs. Now maybe I curl back a little bit. Feel the peel come up through the belly, chest, neck, face, arms, fingers. 1 more breath. Exhale the hands to the blocks. Flip them up nice and high. Slowly straighten that front leg. Now push down and rip those feet together. Now bring the left hip forward and down a little bit. Now look forward. And if you want to fold down the inside of that right leg. So you're feeling the back of the leg from the sit bone to the knee, right, through the hamstrings. But then from the knee down into the front of the foot, you're feeling the front of the shin. Now spine nice and long. So remember we said we want to hinge at the waist. So don't let this happen. Don't look to the middle of your mat where your belly's going to crunch. Look out in front of you. And as you fold, hinge at the hip crease. So keep looking out in front of you. Nice, y'all. 1 more breath. Look forward, bend into the lead knee, lunge. Left hand stays down, right elbow draws back. Maybe reach up as you take the twist. Now make the twist above the waist, right? So don't let that left hip drop on you. It's going to try, but twists are in the upper back. So reach the left heel back. Now reach forward out of the crown of the head. Now maybe start to reach up or even look up. Inhale, come back to center. Nice, y'all. Place the hand down. Step back, downward dog. Move through 1 vinyasa, your breath. Remember, I'll always be ahead of you a little bit. So stay with your breath. From downward dog, reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Hug that knee to the chest. See, even here in lunge, if I want to go hands to the floor, I can't let it round my upper back. It's going to crunch my belly. I got to go deeper at my hip crease to get there. Right? That's where I'm going to hold the pose at. Can't disengage my arms, right? I got to keep plugged in, but I got to keep going through the depth of my hip crease. So I'm working my upper back like a ton right now. Now here we go. Start pulling those feet together. Rip them in. Lots of power. Work through the core, from the pelvic floor right on up through those shutters. And like you're lifting 20-pound weights, when you're ready, there's an intention. Inhale, lift the arms up. As compared to boing, right? And then you lose the shutters again. You worked hard for that shit. You want to hold on to it. Now keep working the legs. Keep going up towards the sky and then curl back just a little bit. Now root into the legs. Now breathe up through the arms. Get tall again and curl back into pose. 1 more breath. Nice, y'all. Exhale the hands down to the blocks. Flip them up nice and high. For that full length of breath, so the 2 or 3 seconds, slowly straighten that front leg. For 2 or 3 seconds, square that right hip forward and down. For 2 or 3 seconds, look forward and climb your spine up out of your waist. And then for those 2 or 3 seconds, fold down the inside leg, right? Or whatever the length of your breath is. Now, don't let the chins go. There's an opposing forces effect here. So you got to keep the back of your neck sliding to the ceiling as your chest comes down to the floor. This wants to happen. Remember, we got to go this way. Slide the back of the neck to the ceiling. Let the chest lead the parade. One more breath. Look forward, bend into that lead knee. Place the hands down. The right hand stays down. The left elbow draws back. Maybe we take the twist. Try to get that left thigh parallel with the floor. It's going to try to lift up from the floor when you go into the twist. Don't let it. If you need to, even soften that left thigh back down. You'll visually see it parallel with the floor. That's what we want. Now reach back out of the heel, forward out of the knee and the crown of the head, maybe even look up. Awesome. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand down, step back, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Awesome, y'all. From downward dog, look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Exhale, hands by the side. Inhale them up. Exhale by the side. Stay with your breath. Inhale them up. Look at my feet. You can't see my legs, but I'm telling you, they're fired up. Every muscle here. Tadasana, right? Mountain pose. We're just working a little variation through the arms. Next time the arms come up, let that right hand grab the left wrist. Plug the right leg up if you want to work the balance. The hip's going to go to the left a little bit, and you're going to peel towards the right, towards the bricks. So you feel the energy come up from that hip, up through the ribs. Those are your intercostal muscles. Lat. We do this one a lot. But then from the hip, we root down. Head and throat back, arms back. Inhale, come up, swap the hands, swap the foot. Plug it up. Hip's going to settle to the bricks a little bit to the right. We're going to side bend to the left. Whatever angle you're on, peel up. Exhale, go deeper. Whatever angle you're on, peel up again. Yep, exhale, go a little deeper. One more time, feel that peel come off that hip. Nice, inhale, come up. Release the hands and the foot. Fold, forward fold. Inhale, look forward. Now keep those arms short because it's not worth it, right, to take your rotator cuff and stress it out for your hamstrings or your spinal erectors. So keep the arms short like T-Rex or robot. You could use your block if you need a little more lift. As you look forward, charge your legs up. So push down into your heels, sweep your inner heels out, hug your shins in. Pull your heels to your butt to your heels, pull your kneecaps to your waist. It's a lot of shit, I know. As you look forward, drag your fingers back to your toes and pull your spine out of your waist. Now go ahead and fold into the pose. Now, some of you like to stay static. I like to stay more dynamic in my posture. So each inhale, I'm going to look forward. I'm going to charge my legs. I'm going to drag my fingers to lengthen my spine. And my exhale, I'm going to fold into pose. If that feels good to you, go dynamic. If holding static's a little more, go for that. It's not a right or wrong. It's just where you want to play with the practice. But keep those arms closed. Keep those arms short. Sit back as the knees bend. Swing the arms up. Take a big reach. Bring that right hand behind your back. Left hand to your elbow. This one I do with you all the time, right? Because this is that lat. Lat's job is this and this. Right? So this is the stretch. We're going up this way. This is a good move for us, but this isn't. Right? And this is what happens when it gets too tight. It attaches to the inside of your humerus, your arm bone. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Swap. Keep your hips back, so keep the heels heavy. Keep the inner thighs back. Keep your sacrum back. Right? This wants to happen. Keep sacrum back. Belly's in. Shutters are closed. And now push your head into your forearm. Work your upper back here. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Walk the hands out in front of you. Reach the right leg straight back. Come to standing split. Reach your right heel back until your left heel gets nice and heavy. And you can move your toes on your right foot, on your left foot, but you cannot move your toes, you cannot move your heel. So left heel heavy, left toes loose. Now inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold down that left leg, reach the right heel to the sky. Inhale, look forward. We're going to do 3. Exhale, fold, reach the heel to the sky. Now we're really in the back of that leg. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Next exhale, lower the right leg. Take a breath. Reach the left leg straight back. Standing split, side 2. Your block would be your friend if you need a little more lift. Kick that left leg back till your right heel gets heavy and right toes can move. Then inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold down the inside of the leg. Lift the heel to the sky. The inhale looks forward. The exhale folds. One more. After that third one, lower the left leg, walk the hands back in, sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, big reach. Sit back, Utkatasana. So remember we said, butt has to go back before the knees bend. Hip hinge. Then my knees can flex. Yep. Sit bones are down, not up to the sky. Pull your bellies in, pull your shoulders closed, and lift those arms up. Yep. Charge those legs. Core, lift the arms, sit back deeper. Charge the legs. Core, arms, sit back deeper. Push down, rise up. Nice, y'all. Exhale, fold. Keep those arms plugged in. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. So start to flow through a little bit. Stay with your breath, right? Another challenge. There's a challenge in vinyasas because there is momentum that you have to be able to control. Right? We work on starting, stopping, and holding. So acceleration, deceleration, and stabilization. We'll meet back in downward dog after your 3. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel, bring the elbow to the knee. Extended side angle. So you want to be on a balance beam. So your front heel in line with your back arch. Climb the elbow to the knee. Yep. Plug that left arm in, sweep the bicep up along the cheek. If you want to take the hand down to the block or the floor, go for it. Now keep the right side body opening. This wants to happen. Got to go this way. Now we can lengthen the sit bone down to the heel. So the knee will start opening out towards the brick wall. You could even sweep your heel towards the wall with the window and the door to get the knee to open up. One more breath. Push into that front heel. Inhale, come up tall, warrior 2. Push your front leg straight. Now rip your feet together. Strong so those hips don't go. Breathe and get tall. Hinge at the right side of the hip. Bring the hand down to the block or the floor. Trikonasana, triangle. Inside or outside the foot, doesn't matter. It's wherever you want to play. Keep opening that underside body, the right one. Spin the right shoulder back. Maybe start to look up the arm. One more breath. Exhale the hand to the hip. Bend the front knee. Either half step in or kick up, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So we just talked about this. You got to keep your left heel reaching back to the wall behind you so your right heel stays heavy and your right toes can move. Maybe the arm reaches up. Maybe you look up. One more breath. Inhale, lower that left hip, standing split. Reach the heel back. You can stay here, or maybe the arms come in front, Virabhadrasana 3. Maybe they come here to the side to give you a little more stability. Reach the heel back. Reach the hands and the crown of the head forward. One more breath. Float back. Warrior 1. Yes. Exhale the hands down. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Now I just got to remember all that shit for side 2. From downward dog, reach the left leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Spin the back heel. Root this thigh back, so you can always, from here, stick your butt back. Then climb the elbow to the knee. Yep. Plug in or sweep the bicep up so your bicep's right like along your cheek. If you look up towards the sky, you're looking right into your arm. Yeah, palm down. If you're going to take the left hand down to the floor, go for it. Now pull the pelvic floor in, pull the belly in, pull the shutters closed. Now you want to rotate, so take the top of the ribs back, bring the bottom of the ribs forward. Maybe start to look up. Awesome. One more breath. Push into that front heel. Inhale, come up tall, warrior 2. Then push the leg straight. Keep this hip back, keep this thigh back. Rip the feet together. Get tall. Yep, hinge at the left side of the hip. Keep ripping the feet together. Nice, y'all. We've been working on keeping those hips from popping. Now start opening that left side body up. Spin the left shoulder back. Belly in, shutters closed, start to rotate open. Maybe look up and start playing with the balance. One more breath. Exhale, right hand to your hip. Bend your front knee. You can drag the foot when you come up to give you a little more balance. See how I brought the mat with me? You can pull in. That'll give you a little more balance. Now reach that right heel back behind you so the left heel's heavy. The toes can move. Kick the right toes forward so if you look down your leg, you can see them. That's going to be thighs back. Maybe look up. One more breath. Inhale, come back. Standing split, so lower that right hip. Then you got a choice. You can stay here. You could come up Virabhadrasana 3, or you can go the airplane version of that. One's not better than the other. One more breath. Now scissor the legs together. Float back. Warrior 1. Yes. Exhale the hands down. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Nice, y'all. Let's meet in plank. You know where this is going. But we're about to take a break, so let's get into it. All right, let's keep pushing down and feeling yourself lift up off the mat. Don't let your upper back collapse. Your scapulas protract on a push. This is a push, which means they move out. So this is retraction. I'm getting weaker. This is protraction. I'm getting stronger. I want that. Keep breathing. It's working its way around. Pull the pelvic floor in. Pull your belly buttons in. Pull your shutters closed. Feel that shake? It means we're getting stronger. That's time under tension. That's how you get stronger. Keep pushing down. Keep breathing. Got about 5 seconds left. And when you're ready, slowly lower your knees. Take a break. Child's pose. Vajrasana is here. All right, if you want to sit back, Vajrasana, whatever feels good. Full breath in, complete breath out. And then when you're ready, let's meet on our knees for hero's pose. So just bisect your calves. That means you're going to split them. You have two heads in your calf muscles, lateral and medial, so outside and inside. You're going to push the outside one away, and you're going to sit back between your heels. If your butt doesn't touch the floor, no problem. Take the blanket underneath or the bolster or the block. Now turn your feet out so they're not sickling. You'll feel your butt will go a little bit lower. Now the space between our knees will all be different, but the outsides of our shins will all be parallel with the sides of the mat. So is this parallel? Is this? I want to keep this right here. The best that you can. We're not stick figures, right, Rob?
Organic beings.
We're organic beings. Ask him how many times he's heard me say that.
Couldn't even begin to.
He usually, downstairs, he's a little more vocal. He says the shit for me. So he does the cues while we're like working out. Yeah. He'll be like, and you know, it's the same awesome. All right, now I'm just going to use this as a twist today. So take your right hand behind you, left hand to the outside of your thigh, and sit up tall. Now twist towards the brick wall or whatever side you're twisting towards. Maybe peek over the shoulder a little bit. Now, if you have any neck issues, you keep your head in line with your chest. But if you feel like you can peek over the shoulder, peek over. Inhale, come back to center, pause down the middle, then take your left hand behind. And see, my left hand, I want to push back so it sits me up tall. And then I'm going to take the twist. See, I don't want this. I want to push up nice and tall, and then I can rotate into it. All about the shutters here. Keep those shutters closed. If the shutters blow open, the ribs manipulate in a twist, and we want to rotate the spine. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, come up, all fours, and then just reach the one leg back, open up the knee and the hip. Belly's in. What's your belly want to do? Go to the floor like mine does. Pull it towards the spine. And then lower the leg down, swap side two. And then lower it down. All right, bring your knees to center. Take your right leg over your left. I'll see where I could go with this with y'all. Sometimes it's a little tough with my knee, but let's see. Take the feet apart and sit back between your heels. Reach down to your left side, pull the sit bone back and out. And then the right side, you could even turn this right thigh in a little bit. Now you feel your sit bones got a little closer to the floor. Now we can stay here. We can even hinge. We're in the outside of the hip, right? Real nice here. We can even hinge. This would be longhorn, right? So this is one part of the pose. You can come into the hinge, but not this, right? We said throat back, chest forward. And or Gomukhasana, cow facing, we'll put the arms in it. So your right knee is up, so you need your left elbow to be up, all right, opposite. So left arm goes in front, we're gonna plug in, we're gonna bend our elbow, and we're gonna reach behind us. Here's the elbow up and the knee up. Now my right hand comes out to the side, turn your fingernails forward. Bend your elbow, start to wiggle your hand up until you clasp your hands. Or you're gonna take the strap from your left hand and drop it into your right. Now I'm going to push my head back into my forearm like we did when we were standing. So now I can sit up nice and tall. Yep. Now you can hinge from here as well if you want to, or you can stay up nice and tall. But be active from your feet up through your legs, up through the core, arms, pushing back in that neck. One more breath. Now control it as you unwind. Then unwind that top leg, and then the bottom. Spin around. All fours. Nice, y'all. And then when you're ready, swap side two. So left over right. Sit up nice and tall. And then if we want to go to that little hinge, we go to the little hinge. And then if we want to play with Gomukhasana, right arm, plug, bend, reach back, left out to the side, fingernails forward, bend, reach up. Swap your arms. Other arm. Or other. Did you do that side for side one in the legs? Was that your side one in your legs? Right? Was that your side one? Yeah, now you could, now you work right elbow. Yep. Now, you're not getting anything else out of your left, right? It's done. That's the end range of motion. So if you want to get your hands closer, you take your right shoulder blade and go back to the wall behind you. That's how you get your hands to clasp a little bit more. Yep. One more breath. Then watch the boing as you release. Unwind the legs. Spin around all fours. Reach one leg out. Lower it down, swap side two. Lower it down. Take your knees like shoulders width and then just push back, come to squat pose, Malasana. So I could take my blanket. I use this for my knee a lot too. So if you boost up a little bit, it's going to get a little more space. It will also help you get your heels down. So if your heels aren't rooting, either take your blanket underneath your heels or roll the back of your mat up like this. And then you can put your heels on your mat as well. Okay? And that'll let you settle in. Let your knees track your toes. That'll be safest in the knees. This little divot here is where you're going to put your tricep, the back of your arm. Now we got to engage muscles before we stretch them, right? So we got to hug our elbows in. Now I engaged groins and adductors. Now I can push away. Drive your elbows down in towards your knees and sit up a little tall. Bring some integrity to your upper back a little bit. Yep. Head and throat back. Now you can stay here if you want. If you want to work your crow, you're going to lift up. You're going to place your hands down. You're going to walk your feet to the midline so that your big toe mounds are touching. You're going to look forward and you're going to start bringing the weight forward. And if you look at your fingers, you're going to see they're starting to turn white because you're clawing the floor so much. Now, as you look forward, the weight starts to shift forward and the feet get light. When the feet get light, pull your heels to your butt and push your hands down like you're trying to straighten your arms. Yeah, keep looking forward. Yeah, the trick is to look forward. We talk about this all the time. Where's all the weight in your bodies, in our bodies? They're called prime movers. Here's the big muscles. How many big muscles are up here? Not a lot. So you got to bring a lot more of this forward to get this to come up, right? Remember, they're not called arm strength poses. They're arm balances, right? You're trying to balance the weight. Yeah, awesome. All right. Grab your mats, find a spot on the wall. We'll go upside down. If you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back. Knees are bent, feet on the floor. And you can interlace your hands behind your thigh as you reach the heel to the sky. Swap into side two, or any pose that feels good to you. If you are at home or in the studio, it's not your day to invert. You're always welcome to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you, okay? I'm going to talk everyone through downward dog and L pose, but you're more than welcome to do your handstands, your headstands, your tripods, your pinches, anything you want to play with, all right? So if you want to stick with me, we're going to go all fours, hands and knees, feet are touching the wall. If you want to go on your own, whenever you're ready, all right? So with me, all fours, hands and knees in that low mountain, take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips, step one foot up the wall, and then the second foot up the wall. If your knees are bent, you're in downward dog inverted. If you straighten your legs, you're in L pose. We did standing split today, so maybe you want to reach that one leg up in your L pose, right? That's representing that shape. Play with what feels good to you. You want to go a little further, you could do crow to tripod, back down to crow, jump back chaturanga. Nice, y'all. Remember what the challenge is here. Can you go ass over head and still be cool, calm, and collected? Right? That's the challenge. Try to get your thighs parallel with the floor in your L poses as compared to like a plank. So hinge at the hip. Yeah. Almost a little too far, Rob.
Yeah. I don't know why the strength.
It's all that work you do. We're talking about jump back to chaturanga. It's not as far as you think it is, right? I know I used to always over jump. It's not that far. So like when we're talking about like coming out of like a crow, right? And when I jump back, my forearms need to stay straight up and down. So see, if I over jump, right, my forearms are coming back. I only want it to be here. So the forearms stay straight up and down. So not as far, it's going to be a little more accessible, right? I'm not going to use the word easy. None of this shit is easy. But like, it's going to be a little more accessible for you. Nice, y'all. Play around. We got about another minute or so. All right, let's meet on our backs. So I'll talk you through two back bends. All right, we'll do bridge and then downward dog, bridge and then wheel. If you want to work your supported bridge, which is where the block goes at the sacrum, feel free. Okay, always on tap. Your crack is too low, your lumbar is too high, right at that solid part in your pelvis, that's your sacrum. We'll meet knees bent, feet are on the floor unless you're doing supported bridge, then you have the block under the sacrum. Feet are hips width apart. And if you take your arms out to the side, you should be able to feel your heels. That's how you know your knees are going to stack up on top of your ankles. Now charge the legs up. Remember, just like we've been doing through practice today, push down into your heels, sweep your inner heels out, hug your shins in, pull your heels to your butt. Belly button to spine, so the sacrum goes flat. Shutters closed. Head and shoulders back. Slowly lift the hips. Come to the bridge. You can wiggle the shoulders under a little bit deeper here, but keep those shutters closed. Now, keep all that. If you want to take the back bend deeper, you're going to push your feet down and forward, and you're going to feel the back bend going right underneath the shoulder blades. That's right where we want the back bends to happen, in the thoracic spine. Then the knees reach forward. The upper palate of the mouth reaches back so the throat stays open. One more breath. Now stay engaged as you lower down. Keep the belly to the spine and the sit bones towards the backs of the knees. See if you can land with the sacrum flat to the floor. That's a lot of work, right? That's neutral pelvis. Then take the feet wide, let the knees touch at the midline, one hand on your heart, and one hand on your low belly. And go back to the breath. This is one of my favorite times to practice. Where we literally just flip shit upside down. We did an inversion. We're bending our spine the opposite way, right? You can feel the energy in this part of the practice. Let's try number 2. So open the knees, reset the feet, bring the arms along the sides. Start nice and neutral. Charge the legs up. This time I'll talk to you in wheel, those of you who don't want to go to wheel. Core, head and shoulders back, slowly lift the hips. If you're going to be here on bridge, awesome. If you want to work wheel, place your hands wide to the edges of your mat. And turn your hands out so that your elbows come in line with the outside of your shoulders. We want that. And then plug your shoulders back to integrate. When you're ready, push down to come up. If you need a little more curve, lift the heels up. The longer the curve, the more accessible the pose. One more breath. Stay engaged as you lower down. Take the feet wide, let the knees touch. If your right hand was on your heart last time, left hand on your heart, opposite hand to your low belly. Feet are wide, knees touch. Go back to the breath again. Full breath in, complete breath out. And then open the knees, keep the feet wide, and just windshield wiper side to side. When you balance both sides out, come to neutral. And hug the knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Make a couple little small circles on your low back or on your sacrum. Should feel nice. Keep your knees bent, lower your feet to the floor. Inhale your right leg up. Open the hip. Take the ankle over the knee. Hug the left knee towards your chest. Interlace the hands behind your thigh or in front of your shin, wherever you need to take the pose. As your left knee draws closer to your face, keep your right knee working further away from your face. Now we're in the back of the hip again. If you want to straighten that left leg to go to the hamstrings, you certainly can. You want to keep the knee bent? Keep it bent. Bend the knee if it's straight. As you release the back of the thigh, lower the left foot to the floor, unwind that right leg, take a breath. When you're ready, inhale the left leg up, open the hip, take the ankle above the knee. As you draw the knee to your chest, when you interlace your fingers, if your left pinky was under, right pinky gets a turn. Stay active from your feet like you're pushing out on gas pedals. Pull the energy up the leg, so shins in, even though they're not next to each other. A little bit of hamstrings, your knees are bent. A little bit of pull heels to the butt. So there's integrity to the pose. A little bit of connection in that core. Maybe bring your chin towards your chest just a little bit. Feel how challenging that is. Maybe the leg goes up. If you want to straighten it, maybe it stays bent. Whatever feels good to you. And then bend the knee. Unwind, release the back of the thigh. Unwind that left leg. Take both legs out straight. Reach the arms above overhead. Take a nice big stretch. Spread the fingers and spread the toes. Feel all that space that we make. Hug the right knee to the chest. Roll towards the left hip. Take the twist. If you want to soften this twist, you bend the bottom knee. I always reach out of the heel on that left leg, but but y'all know I always replicate stand, walk, run, or throw, right? So in this instance, I like the one leg straight and the opposite leg bent. Inhale, come back to center, but whatever feels good to you. Left knee in, right leg out, roll towards your right hip. Left shoulder stays rooted for the twist. Remember what we said about those shutters. Keep those shutters closed. Otherwise, we're just going to manipulate the ribs and we want to rotate the spine. Your muscles that rotate your spine, your obliques, and your spinal erectors. Inhale, come back to center. Take the legs out straight, reach the arms up overhead. Big stretch. When you're ready, hug your knees to your chest. Take your knees wide. Come to Happy Baby, Ananda Balasana. You can reach one leg out, you can reach both legs out, whatever feels good to you. And when you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat, but you're more than welcome to do a variation that feels good to you. Here as we lay back, we let the legs stretch out. Let the feet gently roll open. The arms come along the sides. And as we turn that open palm to the sky, we feel the shoulders settle back. The open palm draws in the energy. The head rests back. Maybe your eyes close. And we allow the tongue to soften from the roof of the mouth. Let the body get heavy. The mind softens back to the breath as each exhale clears and removes and makes space. And each inhale draws in something new, the change, the work. And the heart opens as it gets ready to move the practice into the yoga of life, the practice of life. And whether the challenge comes on the mat or in the steps of our day, we go about it the same way. We take a breath, we set a foundation, we engage, and we express the best that we have in that moment. And begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feel the breath as it washes over the body from your toes to your fingers to the crown of your head through your heart. We reawaken that better version of ourselves. Fingers and the toes wiggle, maybe the arms and the legs begin to stretch or reach or move in a way that feels good to us. Taking our time, moving slowly and consciously. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest and just roll towards the right side. Push your hands down. Come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of our hearts. In Anjali Mudra, that gesture that draws our hearts out before us. And one time together to seal in our practice, our time with our Kula, our yoga family. Together the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Good to see everyone. Any questions or anything, something feels weird before you go, definitely get me. If not, maybe I'll see some of y'all tomorrow or Saturday. If not, I'll see you soon. Thanks, y'all. Home crew, you know if you need me, hit me up.